Hello everyone, it's Noelle from Noelle's Nook, and we are back with our Paint With Me's or real-time paints. I don't know really why I called them real-time paints when I could just call them Paint With Me's, because that seems to be the thing. So anyway, I wanted to do something a little bit different today. Instead of the usual watercolor or gouache painting, we're going to be working with tissue paper. And the reason I'm doing this today is because tissue paper is a lot easier to dry, especially if you forgot to make something for Valentine's Day and you want something quick and easy. So we're going to work with tissue paper today. I would recommend, if you have it, but I'm assuming you might not have this around, is a frisket or masking fluid. What this is going to do is it's rubber latex, and you lay it down the paper and it will dry. And then the areas that you did not cover are the areas that you are going to want to paint over. I'm not going to use this because, like I said, I'm assuming that you guys might not have it, and we want this to be quick and easy. Okay, so I had a plan to make like a rose or like a bouquet of roses or something with tissue paper. Not really quite sure how I'm going to do this. This is all coming from my head. No reference images today. Of course, you can look up roses on Google or what have you. So I have an assortment of different kinds of tissue papers here. I have a light green, a dark green, a peachy pink, a bright red, a dark red, and a more like, I want to say magenta, but magenta's more purple. But it's like a fuchsia maybe? Okay, so anyway, pretty much what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut smaller pieces. Well, maybe not. I don't know. Let's just go. Let's just go with it. So I'm going to take my lighter colors first, I think. So I have my greens here, and I'm going to start with the stems. So you know what? Let's not even cut it. Okay? Let's not even cut it in half, I meant. Let's cut it vertically. I don't know why I'm doing it that way. Now, usually when you work with tissue paper, what happens when you put it on the paper depends on how you apply the water. Okay. So now the way that you apply it like this, it might not dry this way. And I'll put a link in the little card. I don't know where it will end up. But we did work with tissue paper a few times on this channel. It's really fun to work with. I really like it because it can be like really interesting. I don't know. The way that it turns out, you never really know. It's hard to plan. And it can be frustrating if you have a certain image in your head, or maybe you want your image to turn out as it is on the paper, like when you lay down the dry tissue. But I like to be a little surprised. But I do kind of want it to be a little bit more geometric. So I have to be careful with how it bleeds. You know, I don't know why I put the lighter color down first. Let's put the darker color down first, because darker colors are usually in the back. You know, when things are further away from you, their color desaturates. They are further away from you, so they get a little bit more blurry. The colors not as vibrant. So, but these tissue papers are very vibrant, so we just got to work with what we got. So in the past, I have used a dropper to put water down on these. I have used a spray bottle. Use what works for you. Use what you have on hand. I even might use a brush. I'm not really sure. I might try and paint the water on. But I am going to work on these stems first. I might have to move these babies down. Let's move them down a little bit. There we go. But I also don't want these to be like perfect. I do want them to look, I want them to kind of look like a kid did them. I don't know. Sometimes I like that kind of charm that comes with childhood projects. It also comes from my background as a preschool teacher. Okay, so I'm just going to gently press these down. Again, I have not done this before, so this is all an experiment. I'm going to gently press these down and just apply the water just enough so that that tissue paper starts to stick. And then once they are sticking to the paper, then I can let go. There we go. And then I can work on the bottom half. But I really do love working with tissue paper. It's really fun. So now the reason I'm trying to concentrate a lot of the water on the tissue paper itself is because once the surrounding paper gets wet, then it's going to want to bleed and feather out. And we kind of don't want that today. Or at least I don't want that. If you want that in your drawing, by all means, get your paper wet. I'm not going for that effect today. Today is a bit experimental. It is not Valentine's Day yet. It is tomorrow, and I am quite excited. I don't have any plans per se. But regardless, I do love Valentine's Day anyway. I've probably said it before, but my boyfriend and I are long distance. So we will not be spending Valentine's Day in the same room. But perhaps maybe we'll do a Skype call. Not sure yet. If you have any plans for Valentine's Day, I hope they go well. Because Valentine's Day truly is the most fun time of the year, in my opinion. Alright, I love it more than Christmas. Some people think I'm weird for saying that. Alright, so what I'm doing now is I'm really trying to saturate these just enough to make sure that pigment pulls out when they're dry. Okay? But like I said, I don't want the paper itself to be necessarily wet. So we want to... And also what you can do too with this darker color, you can even apply it to the lighter area. I'm not sure if it will adhere, but could be something interesting. The base of my brush is all wet for some reason. Here we go. Maybe blend that dark green with the light green and so on. See how that works. See how they play. But I'm really trying to get this to stick down on the paper. There we go. I'm quite interested to see how this turns out. Because I thought of this morning. I thought, you know, I had all these plans today. For like, well, not plans. I didn't really have plans today. I wanted to do a video, but I wasn't sure how much time I would have to do it. Because normally I would do these videos on Monday. It is currently Tuesday. But I didn't feel like doing it yesterday. And I don't really know why. I just didn't. Oh, I know why. The reason why was because I was working on... I have an Instagram friend. And they and I decided to swap Valentine's Day pictures. So I'm really excited. Really excited to see what they drew for me. Alright, so this should be okay. And since there's not like a whole lot of water on the paper, we should be safe. Should be safe to start applying these pinks and reds. So I'm gonna do that now. Now, might not necessarily look like roses if we put them on like blocks. So I'm gonna try something here. I wonder if I can possibly cut these into circles and try to, or half circles. That would probably take a really long time to do. I don't know why I think on the fly sometimes. Alright, well, this is what we're doing. I don't know what I'm doing, but this is what we're doing. I didn't necessarily want this to be a very long video. I don't know how long this is going to take. Not too long. Not too long, I don't think. Probably the usual hour, if anything. Yeah, my internet's really slow. These hour-long videos don't usually take long to edit since they're done. Since I don't have, like, Normally when I do my speed paints, I do them on the Sony camera here. See, in the white camera down there. The Sony camera. And, you know, then I have to take my SD card out, and then I have to play around with getting all that stuff onto the computer and then editing all that. And when I just record with OBS like I am today, it's a lot easier. You know, I don't really know what I want to do. I can't really picture in my head how this is going to look, and that's a little scary. I like playing with shapes though. I kind of like simpler projects like this, where you don't think, you kind of just do. Those are my favorite. Okay, I'm trying not to cut just one at a time. Let's cut a couple at a time. Alright, I'm trying to show you what I'm doing here. I'm just cutting these tiny little squares. They're probably maybe a cubic inch or so. But pretty much just trying to figure out how I want to do this. Maybe I will start to layer the water on these, just so that they're tacked down and they don't blow away on me. I need one more for that one though, so I'm going to do that. Then I'll probably put the next color on. I don't really know. I mean, the pack of tissue paper that I recommend has, you know, a pretty decent assortment of colors. But there's not a whole lot in the way of like gradiating the colors, so that's a little bit difficult. Okay, so hopefully we can get these babies down. There we go. Oopsies. Oh well. I wonder, do I have my little droppy drop? No, I don't have a little droppy. I have a big droppy. Can I do a big droppy? And see, using a big dropper, or using a dropper just in general, the water's just gonna sit there. You have to kind of smush it around. Oh, that's hard. This is difficult. This is more difficult than I expected it to be. These ended up, you know, being so easy to do. I don't know why these are giving me such a hard time. Just got to get that water through. There we go. Come on. And you could use glue on these, but I would only recommend that if you wanted to keep the tissue paper on your piece, because you'll still get, the glue will still bring out the bleeding effect, you know, because there's water in glue. But, you know, of course, then they're stuck there forever. I mean, that could actually be really cool, though. If you want to rip them off, that could be interesting. Okay, this didn't quite turn out as I expected. That's a little bit difficult. I don't know. Do I want to keep adding different colors? I really like this pale pink color, but I should probably do red and stuff. I really love this kind of dark red. I love, roses are beautiful. They're not quite my favorite flower. I don't really know if I have a favorite flower. I don't know. I do like roses though. I think they're pretty. Alright, so I do have these larger sheets that I cut out. These I cut out for a different project, so these are a little bit smaller. So a couple of these would make up one of those. Probably easier to work with, honestly. Still gonna try to make petals though. Just because I'm interested now. I'm intrigued as to how this is going to work. And I just ripped it. My water turned all green. Okay. Now this is the part I'm a little iffy about. Now that I'm really thinking about it, I wonder if I should have used... I don't know what I'm thinking anymore. Just do the project how you want to do it. How's that? Sometimes it's fun to go in without expectations. Oh, that could be something fun too. Whenever you're pressing your brush against these tissue papers, you'll get a little bit of that pigment and you can probably play with it. See? That could be fun. We could probably play with that. These bigger pieces are definitely a lot easier to work with. There we go. Put a lot of water on that one though. I might have it bleed just a little bit into those. So maybe these won't be roses. Maybe they'll be like posies. I don't really know. Some sort of flower that looks a little different. Cutting some more petals now. And you don't have to make your petals semicircles. You can make your petals whatever shape you want them to be. You don't even have to make petals. Oh, I put two down at the same time. Oh no. There's nothing wrong with that, but that means I'd have to cut more. I don't want to cut more. See, now that the way that I've like arranged this, there's not going to be anything there. I'd have to cut something. Ugh, frustrations. So maybe this wouldn't take as short of amount of time as I thought it would. I'm going to cut this petal in half and see if I can shush it in here. We'll pretend that it's a full petal. And that's kind of what I like about collage-y type of things like this. Oh, there's like nothing over here. I gotta put something over there. To balance out my what is it called? Composition. My composition must be perfect. Have all this stuff on the edge. I probably should have worked from darkest to lightest. I don't know why I did it this way. But we're gonna see how this turns out. Ooh, look! Look at that. I'm getting a little bleeding. That kind of looks neat. You know what? I'm not gonna spend more time cutting out. I'm just gonna put that in there. Save time. I don't really know how much the shapes are going to even matter anyway, when it's all said and done. They may or may not show up. The lighter colors, I mean, like the peachy pink color. Come on, get in there. You're invited to the party. There we go. These red pieces are definitely going to adhere to their shape, as are the green parts. I'm most excited for the green to see how they turn out. Isn't that just weird? Here, I'm going to put more of this. The reject pink stuff. I'm going to put them in. Maybe. If I can figure it out. There you go. Just throw them on. Throw them on there. Sometimes it's fun not thinking. Just don't think about it. Come on. Ooh. Ooh, that could be cool. Okay. And since I do still want to use this darker red, I am going to have to probably cut them. Or, I don't really know. How am I going to do this? Maybe smaller. I'm not going to do any more petals. That was annoying. I'm going to cut not triangles. I'm going to cut these thin rectangles here. And then I'm going to cut those in half. Like I said, I'm flying by the seat of my pants with this one. Maybe you guys can figure out a better way to do this, but I really wanted something super, super simple today, and it's turning out to not be super simple. Okay, my thing was I wanted to cut these in half. Ugh. Sometimes working with tissue paper is just kind of annoying. Okay. I swear, guys, I know what I'm doing. I'm a professional. Alright, that's it. I was gonna try and save time and cut them all at once, but that is not working. I'm cutting my thin rectangles in half. That way they're easier to place around the image. Uh-oh. That red is really getting into the green. I really hope that doesn't do too much. I was really excited for that to be its own thing. Alright. So now I'm just going to place these darker pieces around. Don't know how that's going to work necessarily, but we're gonna find out. All right, let's use all of them. Alright, there we go. Get that on there. And you can always play a little bit with the pigment that's on your brush. Maybe add a little bit of a gradient. Oh, see, that's how we could have gotten our gradient, guys. Could have played around with the stuff on our brush. Oh, my phone just went beep beep. What's going on? Just an email. Good. There we go. Okay. Like I said, I have no idea how this is going to turn out. I am hopeful that this will be interesting. Let me add this here. And this one here. Okay, how long have we been recording for? Only 20 minutes. And we're back. And it's probably been about an hour since I left. And it's dry now. So we're going to peel off this tissue paper and see just what we have. I'm a little nervous. I'm just gonna actually just go like that. All right. Ooh, actually that doesn't look too bad. I kind of like whenever you don't have like color all over the place. It's very refreshing. Oh, I got a message on Skype. Sorry about that. Okay. Yeah, a lot of that red did go down to the green, and unfortunately that's probably not going to be able to lift. Alternatively, if you don't want to just pile on the tissue paper like I did, you could allow your layers to dry and add on a new layer each time. And that would probably work a lot better as far as allowing your composition, I don't know what I'm saying, I don't know. It would just work out a lot better. It would definitely allow you to put more layers on and things, but I just wanted to show you guys that you can make a picture pretty quickly with just tissue paper. It's really easy. I might actually do another one just because it was really fun. I really want to see what kinds of things that are possible with this. It's really cool. This kind of looks like foliage up here. That would be a really neat technique if you were doing, like, say, like a fall or springtime picture. But anyway, pretty much done with this now. So I want to thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope you learned something. I hope you liked this video. And if you want to stick around and see more art related videos, I would totally appreciate if you would subscribe. And remember to draw what you love and love what you draw.